Chief Big Jr. We are back at it again. Today we're going to be talking about Zambia post-elections. All right, the election went well. There are of course a winner, and guess who the winner is? The winner happens to be none other but the opposition leader HH. Now, HH is the president-elect of the Republic of Zambia. That's a good news on many levels. Let me just dive straight into it. But before we do that, please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, subscribe ASAP so you can get good content from me moving forward. All right, now let's go into our analysis. The analysis of the election. First, let's talk a little bit about which HH is. I know I discussed about him in the previous video a little bit, and today we're just gonna add a little bit more on it due to time. So HH, he is well now president-elect, but prior to that he had a very humble upbringing, and from there he pretty much went to business school in Zambia at the University of Zambia. From there he went to England, study his MBA, Masters in Business Administration, returned back to Zambia, worked as a consultant for the government, got some money, invested a lot into the livestock and other businesses in the country, and today he's a multi-millionaire. I mean, he's rich, Zambian rich, like real rich. At his success, he decided to join politics, and once he joined politics, things started getting hard on him, because obviously in Africa, when you join politics with a lot of money and you start becoming a tough opposition leader and everybody else want to get rid of you, and the government harassed him a little bit, a couple of times. He actually they put him behind bars, and about 4 months or so. Nonetheless, he managed to get out and kept fighting for what he believes in. He also unsuccessfully contested to become a president for 5 times. This time was his 6th time he won the presidency. So congratulations, Mr. HH. Now let's get into our analysis of the situation. Okay, from all indication, the youth are the one who really made him the president. He appealed to the youth and they listened to him. He presented himself as the alternative to what's going on, the bad governance, the corruption, the economy, the tough time. He really made his case to the youth, and they came out, they voted for him in number. He won about 1 million votes, which is really a good winning margin for a country like Zambia. So he did well. But now moving forward, what should he be really focused on? First and foremost, I think he should really focus on the youth. He should focus on creating employment for the youth, which will be also fixing the economy. Because of the economy, he given this opportunity in the first place, because people are tired. People feel like they are suffering. The Chinese has taken over their economy. The country is in debt. They need to do whatever it takes to pay back the debt, or at least let the people enjoy from what's going on. And a lot of people feel like the other government failed to make that possible. So now he has a lot of pressure, and the youth who put him in will be the one pressuring him sooner or later to deliver on his promises. Now, 2, again, he needs to build a coalition, like in a sense, like not a coalition per se, but an inclusive government, and a government that will not exclude everybody, a government that will listen to all sector of the economy, all sector of the country, all segment and sectors in the country, different places, that will bring together, the best of the best, and work with them to make sure to resolve some of the problems in the country right now, which is really geared towards solving the economy and reducing, the debt and putting the country back on her feet. So he has a lot of work to do. This inclusion will include, but not limited to, even bringing in the Chinese investors whom, some are looking at them like, oh, okay, now we are taking back our country and we're gonna try to, kick you out, or whatever the case is. No, that's not gonna work. We can't go too nationalistic and try to just kick all the foreigners out or try to do anything silly. You have to bring in more investors, the Chinese investors, the Indian investors, all the other nationality who were invested in the country before, keep them there. Just make your country a better place for business to grow. You'll get more investors coming in, and just regulate how things are done properly. Make sure that the country is benefiting from the investors being in the country, and the country is also benefiting from the raw material that is being extracted from the country. So you need to make sure you put all those things in place in order for your government to succeed. Also, the third and my last point, pretty much, corruption has been something that every Zambians had, complaining about, and it's an African thing, but it's a global thing. Corruption is global. But in other countries, most of the time, people tend to manage it, tend to enforce the rule of law to, make appear that corruption and all these other ill in society is being put under control. And I think that's what HH should really try to do right now. That should be some of his priority, making not only tough talking on corruption, but making tough stand on corruption and putting a legal mechanism that are already in place, or if they're not in place, putting them in place to make sure that the corrupt practices are reduced or are curtailed in many sectors, to be a leader that people will believe and trust in. So, if he does all these three things, I think the country will be heading in a better direction. I mean, he has what it takes. He has the perseverance. He has the people are really loving him right now. The youth cares and want to be in his party. And I mean, he has the political capital right now to implement some of the changes that Zambia will see and love in the future. So right now is his time. HH is your time to make things happen. So that being said, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you subscribe so we can have more of this discussion. Now, this is about HH and Zambia, the post-election. If you want to listen to any other thing about Africa or any other country in Africa, let me know so we could, do more research and have some discussion on it. So that being said, peace and love. Next time, we're going to be talking about any topics that interest you. Let me know what we need to discuss. Make your comments. All right? Take care. Bye.